And again with a jerky motion of her hand. Yes, even she was feeling her nerves today, though for entirely different reasons than the rest of them. And Julia? Phoebe didn't know what she was feeling. They had enjoyed a brief few months last year of getting along as sisters should. Then everything had changed, and Julia's manner had returned to the cool disregard of previously. And her admitting, finally, the reason for her derision hadn't helped. If anything, it had made matters worse, for Julia seemed to go out of her way to avoid Phoebe, or at least avoid being alone with her. She crossed the room to the small circle gathered around her sister and gingerly grasped the edges of the lace veil while Eva and Hetta, Julia's new maid, secured it to the platinum and diamond circlet that embraced her golden, upswept hair. While the circlet had been in the Renshaw family for many generations, the veil had been Graham's mother's, the Oniton lace made in Devon and designed by the same William Dyce, who designed the lace for Queen Victoria's wedding gown. But that was the only hearkening back to a bygone age. Julia's dress, a sleek garment of ivory satin with an overlay of beaded lace, a drop waist, and whisper sheer sleeves, represented the very latest in bridal fashion. Phoebe's and Amelia's frocks had been designed to complement, but not overshadow, Julia's. Julia didn't speak as they fussed around her, but gazed placidly out the wide window overlooking the Solent. In the middle of the harbour, a steamer yacht weathered the tossing waters with barely a wobble. Even from here, it appeared a small ocean liner, with its stacks and masts and tiered decks. And yet how grim a scene it made, Phoebe thought. Though newly refurbished after its service during the war, the vessel took on the dismal pallor of the sky and the waterway surrounding it, and made no promise of happy sailing. Another omen? Phoebe wondered how Julia felt about spending her honeymoon on the 1,200-ton, three-masted steamer named Georgiana, after her soon-to-be husband's first wife. "There now." Graham smoothed her fingertips down Julia's sleeves and stepped back with a satisfied, if slightly cunning smile. "Let's have a look at you. Oh, Julia, you're stunning." "You are, Julia, truly," Amelia agreed. Phoebe heard her frail attempt to infuse the comment with enthusiasm. "Just beautiful." Eva nodded her concurrence. "Indeed, my lady, there can never have been a lovelier bride." "Oh, ja." Hetta Brower had been Julia's personal maid for several months now, but her English remained barely existent. Julia preferred it that way, after discovering her last lady's maid eavesdropping and selling secrets to the scandal sheets. A sturdy, good-natured girl with a hearty flush to her cheeks and thick blonde braids she wore looped about her ears, she looked as though she might have been plucked only that morning from a flower-carpeted mountainside in her native Switzerland. Lieblich. While the others gushed their approval, Phoebe struggled for words, but found none she could, in good conscience, speak. Yes, Julia looked beautiful, but then with her golden hair, deep blue eyes, and classic features, she always did. That wasn't the point. Phoebe merely smiled and hoped the gesture appeared sincere. "Thank you," Julia said simply. Grams made another adjustment to the veil. "A shame he's only a viscount. I had hoped for an earl at the least, perhaps a marquess. But of course Gil is a very wealthy viscount. You'll have a good life, my dear." While the fortunes of many of the landed families had dwindled in recent years, Gil's had burgeoned, thanks to early investments in motor-car engines. During the war, his factories had produced munitions and aeroplane engines, and he continued with the latter in peacetime. No one could accuse Gilbert Townsend of not taking advantage of opportunities when he saw them. Yes, a little tick contracted the skin around Julia's right eye. And after all...